said we call this area Muley Heaven, right?
Yeah.
And Brody and I said, let's go check it out. And I don't know what you were thinking, because we only got one day left tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking to myself, I had a lot of pressure because I'm like, I want my son to get a deer more than
I wanted to
get
get one tonight because I wanted to sleep in tomorrow.
And let's see if we're still rolling, because this is good stuff.
He was like,
He was 124 yards. The house is right there. We got 10 minutes of shooting light, and he went into that draw. It was a good whack.
Now it started back up again.
But we have to get down there, Brody, and make sure. So, because the wind, you see how the wind's at the back of our head? So I think we got to come from the bottom. That's not him, is it? Okay, we got to get down there with some light, just in case he hasn't expired. So we're going around because of the wind, just in case, to play it safe. His head's down. He hasn't moved a muscle. So you're not walking through that thick bush. Go up that trail and walk across the side hill. If he is alive, he's going to come barreling at me. He dead? That was not the easiest hunt, was it? Ah, good shot, man. That's a big deer. He's a big body buck. Okay, I'll come around to the other side. Yeah, first I gotta come give you a hug. His front points broke off.
His neck's so thick.
And he's stinky.
He is stinky already.
Good job, Brody. That's a nice buck for a first buck. Maybe that's the one. If it was limping more, maybe that's the one that came by us the other day that we missed the opportunity on, because he was limping.
His back was like...
We actually put a lot of hours in, didn't we? A lot of miles anyways. Maybe not a lot of hours, but a lot of miles.
Yeah.
And it was... I'm glad those other deer you never pulled the trigger on.
Yeah.
Because that's...
This was the third one that I put the scope on.
The third one. This one, he probably had a little more adrenaline. The first two that... But this one, you knew it was a big deer. We were set... So,
probably the same deer.
Just a rundown, because we decided not to video. We said we call this area Muley Heaven, right?
Yeah.
And Brody and I said, let's go check it out. And I don't know what you were thinking, because we only got one day left tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking to myself, I had a lot of pressure because I'm like, I want my son to get a deer more than
I wanted to
get
get one tonight because I wanted to sleep in tomorrow.
Oh, and let's see if we're still rolling because this is good stuff. So then I said I came up and my first thought is I'm a failure as a father. And well, as we were sitting on the hill, we didn't even realize it. But if you think about those thoughts, those deer were laying like 40 yards below us. I'm like, there's no deer in Muley Heaven. And how many deer were in there, do you think?
Like 4 ran out, and then like 2 more, and then he ran out.
And I said, get ready,
It's
Brody.
like 7.
Get a bullet in the chamber. And he goes, is there even a buck in there? I said, probably. Just the way that they started rutting, I think 2 days ago or something that way, the bucks really started to push the does. Then this. Well, let's get him drug out of here. He's been fighting though. Look at this front point's busted off. Busted right off. Well, just to where we can get to him with the quad, so down to the next bush. Drag him down. Don't let his antlers hook you or anything. Last night I said to Brody, he shined the spotlight. You can see that on the front. I said, you should have videoed. I had the deer on the front here when I come up this hill. I said, that would have been quite the video. But that buck was laying in the bush right in front of us. And we came up onto the side hill right there. And he was laying right there. And I knew that they had been laying in there, because what generally ends up happening is, let's see what ends up happening is the way that the wind blows. This is a really sheltered bush right here. They like this area. That's why we call it Muley Heaven. So we sat on the hill and those deer were right here. And the one doe jumped the fence. This is where those bulls busted over the fence in the man tracker video. And the one deer jumped the fence and it was a doe, and she walked along inside the bush. And it's pretty hard when they're in the bush to actually get a clear shot. But once they got to the other side, I stopped them right at the other side. Basket. I think I got a picture. I had Aaron's deer on the basket last year. And then on the basket, I told Brody to, because I go right up this hill here, you can see where the quad tracks go up. I said, shine the spotlight, because those little headlights weren't very good. There's a big rock right about there that I go beside, and I didn't want to hit it and have a wreck. So I said, shine the spotlight, and I went up there, that hill. I told Brody I should have given him the camera, but we were pretty cold, or he was. I was chilly too. And that was the last of our thoughts once again, was videoing. We just wanted to get the deer out of here. He said it wasn't perfect the way that he was standing, so he was kind of quartering away, right? He wasn't completely, that's what you meant. And so you put it a little bit further back so that it would go through his vitals. And we're just cutting up the other leg right now, and you can see where the bullet come through. So he went in the back side of the deer this way, and it come through, and you can see where it came out almost right through the front of his chest. So this is actually the exit, which is, we found the bullet actually lodged in the hide right here. It didn't actually come all the way through, right?
Yeah.
So we figure that this this bullet, they're I forget what the XPs or something, so they expand really fast. When it hits the flesh, it really expands, and it almost wrecked a lot more meat. This is we only did the first front shoulder, and this is the meat that was waste, and this is the good meat, and it shouldn't, it's 50-50, and it shouldn't really be 50-50, but it's not because of the shot placement, it's more so because of the what the bullet did. But at least he didn't get away. That would be worse, and you lose 100% of the meat, right?
Yeah.
So sit, you stay.